just gently sing a song, especially for Baba and for Daddy this morning. This is an easy one. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Everybody, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Everybody, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry... I can't hear you. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Tidings we bring wherever you are. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Everybody, Merry Christmas. And if you give a wave to Daddy, good morning and Merry Christmas to Daddy. We wish you, sing louder than the tape, everyone. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good morning and Merry Christmas to Daddy and to Baba. Thank you, everybody.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Satguruvar ki good morning.
Good morning on the day of the Sadguru.
Wonderful.
What a wonderful morning.
हमारे जैसे हम मना हमारे जब कहते हैं मेरा हम नहीं कहते हैं.
When we talk about ourselves, who do we talk about?
हमारे सब मिल करके कहते हैं हमारे.
Everybody comes together and says,
भाग्यवान.
there is no one as fortunate as we are. Look at the whole world. And look at the whole world. There is no one as fortunate as we are. And so, Lee, let's celebrate Happy Christmas in such a way that the whole world becomes happy. Just as Baba said, it's not a question of celebrating it for one day, but celebrate it in such a way that our happiness remains eternal. This is the day of the Sadguru, this is the day of the bestower of blessings. Satguruvar is the day of the bestower of blessings, our Baba. Nowadays, Baba is clarifying. Baba's becoming a mirror and clarifying for us very well what it means to follow Srimad. He's putting a mirror in front of us and saying to us, follow Srimad. In the days before, in earlier days, during the day of the Sadguru, I used to make a promise. What do you do when you make a promise? Before, I used to be afraid of making a promise because I used to have a doubt. If I can't fulfill that promise, then what? But why am I sharing this experience with you? Because instead of the word promise, let there be a determined thought that this is what I have to do, this is the final thing.
Finally, after having thought about it, to make that consideration, to make that decision that I have to follow Srimad and have such a determined thought that manmat, the dictates of my own mind, are not able to interfere.
there should be such determination that my manmat should have no courage to even raise a single thought in my mind.
The
mind has become very sorrowful through manmat and parmat. Parmat, the dictates of others. Manmat and parmat had been mixed greatly in our thinking, in our mind. The poor mind has become distressed and unhappy, and now we need to allow it to remain in its own honor and dignity. Whilst moving and walking around, I'm absolutely amazed that Denise Ben was in Texas 78, 79, and Daddy had received the title all the way back that Daddy was the most stable mind in the world. And Daddy said, well, that was such a long time ago, 78, 79, almost 25 years. And that was the title I was given at that time. Now, whose mercy is this? I didn't know that Denise would give me would take me to Texas at that time to have this checking done on my brain. And Denise had signed the papers that had enabled Daddy to be part of an experiment to test Daddy's brainwaves. Science has proved this is a great honor for God. Science has shown us this. Science has proved this. They had asked me, shall I do it? Could I do it? And I said, yeah, fine. If there's service merged in that, I can do it. That was the first time they'd put this cap on my head. I don't know what they were doing to my head. But even whilst doing that, I remained free from any other thoughts. I didn't think why they were doing that. They asked me, what's your feeling? And I said, I'm getting married. They were decorating me in such an awkward way. It felt like I was getting married. I had no idea what was going on. And they said to me, shall we go ahead with it? And I said, yes, fine. So everything is good. Nothing is a big thing. There is service merged in it. And then it became even firmer then that
विश्वास कैसे बैठे?
How can faith be instilled?
आप लोगों को पता ये पिस्ते तो नहीं है, पता नहीं है, ये अंगूठा है ना?
This thumb.
अंधेरे रूम से कोई भाई हमको पकड़ करके ऐसे करता है.
Some brother had taken Daddy in a dark room, taken Daddy's finger, and used her finger as a stamp. And Daddy said, what's he doing? And he kept taking my thumb. And he said, nobody has a thumb like yours. It's from the thumb, the fingerprints on the thumb, that you're able to distinguish because each one's fingerprints are different. And why am I telling you this? Because as the mind, the quality of the mind is inside, as will be the expression through these senses. Why am I sharing this with you? Because right now everything is in our hands. Everything is in God's hands, and so everything is in our hands too. Our hand is in God's hand. So what is there to be afraid about? What is there to think about? There is no question of thinking, no question of becoming afraid. There's no question of coming into feeling about anything. And so internally, let me continue to study and finish all conflict. That's what the purpose of the study is. And so Baba used to say to us, study well, because it's through the study that we claim an elevated status, a high status. If I want to claim, I should have the thought or the concern to claim a high status. I shouldn't have the thought that, oh, well, whatever status I get, I'll be happy with that. There's no necessity in having, becoming free from desire in this aspect. Have a very pure desire for this. Because if our status becomes high, then for that we need attention in our efforts. And if that happens now, then we will be able to become bestowers of happiness for others. A royal status means the status of being a bestower. A bestower never asks for anything. I'm going to finish in 3 minutes because I've got to read Murli and offer Bhog. But next Satguruvar will be New Year, will be the first day of the new year. I'd thought about it last year. I didn't have a calendar in front of me, but I'd worked it out last night. Next Thursday. And then tomorrow evening, Daddy will be in Pandav Bhavan. Just as yesterday evening we were in Pandav Bhavan, even all this plan was made. I didn't think a lot about it, but the plan was just made. So we don't have to think. But whatever plan, when we don't think too much, the plan that is already there will be made automatically, because that plan, the plan that is automatically fixed in the drama, will happen. The scientists have shown their wonders towards the end, on the basis of matter, and as the result, they became dependent on matter and became distant from God, because they went into the depths of matter rather than depths of God. And Baba now takes us into silence and enables us to go into the depths of Baba. And in going into the depths of Baba, we go into the depths of ourselves. However, people of the world outside are living in such blindness, having lost the depth of God and the depths of the soul, the understanding of the soul and God. Baba tells us, if you haven't understood what the soul is, you will not be able to remember Baba. And so, in order to let go of body consciousness, we need to let go not only of arrogance, but also to become free from ego completely, and then see how the quality of your remembrance increases. Even the slightest trace of ego doesn't let me keep the line of my remembrance clear. We're not dependent on matter. In Satyug, we're not dependent on matter. We have everything. Everything will be new. Everything has to be transformed from the old. What will be there? Palaces, gardens. We'll have everything on a material level. But the impurity that exists in matter today, that impurity will not exist in the golden age. And unrighteousness means sin. That unrighteousness that finishes in front of the worship-worthy deities. Nature is a servant. Nature becomes present on service in front of the worship-worthy deities. And so, internally, I am a soul. I am the soul that resides in the home. I belong to God. So nature, what do you think you are? What do we consider nature to be? Do we consider it to be mine if we belong to the one up above? My relationships, my positions, my materialism. And so nature enables us. We've been saying mine to nature, and we've become trapped in nature. And this is why God says to us, keep remembering the home. Take your intellect up above and remember the home. Our home is the land of peace, the land of silence. And so we experience a great deal of pleasure in going beyond words, going beyond sound. Remain beyond sound. Pay attention to this today. Yes, I do try to make the effort to earn an income through words, and I can't always make the effort to remain beyond sound. But let our words be such that we can automatically remain beyond sound. In that state of awareness, there is nothing but the remembrance of the Father and the remembrance of the home. We have to go home. We're going home, and we're also showing others the way home. Why do we have to go home? Because it's our part in this drama. Baba said today, nobody knew their own part of 84 births. Even this one, Brahma didn't know his 84 parts, his 84 births. It is now that I tell you what your 84 births are. This is your last birth. If this aspect touches anyone's heart even now, the boat of their life can go across, can start moving. In other words, the journey, the spiritual journey begins. These are the last few moments now. Our home is standing in front of us. It's not simply a question of thinking that we have to go, but a deep awareness that we've come to the end of our journey and we're standing in front of our home. And so this is not a question of just thinking, but a deep awareness where we keep an aim in front of us, an aim of going home. And these are sweet Mama's words. Always keep the aim and the one who has given you the aim in front of you, and then you will become the embodiment of that. It's a very easy thing. This is my aim. The one behind me is the one who gives me this aim. And then there is no other question of thinking or speaking about anything else.
Simple.
It's simple.
सहज भी है, natural भी है. Natural अभी मुझे पता नहीं अंदर से.
It's easy and it's natural.
तीसरा दिन हो गया ना आज मेरे को.
This is my third day today here.
ये इस बारी जो आप बाबा से हम मिलेंगे ना.
And this time, the meeting that we're going to celebrate with Baba, just watch. Just watch how happy Baba becomes when he sees us. We've come near the home, the whole world is looking at us, and they'll be amazed to think these souls have flown away. Where are you going, oh souls? Have a look for yourselves. Where are we going? And the signs of being free, no attachment, and no ego, and no desires. These natural qualifications of ours, these natural signs of ours, will enable others to have visions through us. Gita Ben, what do you think? When I first went to Bombay, people used to say to me, you don't have any desires, you don't have any attachments, and Daddy said, well, what kind of childishness is this? I want this, I want that, I want the other. This is a mischievous intellect at work. An honest and sensible one. Don't speak like this. A yogi soul doesn't say, I have someone else, mine is someone else, this is mine. From a yogi, you can see this one is beyond. This is why if you want to do tapasya, keep Shankar in front of you. His eyes are open, but he's a very powerful stage. To be a true server of the yajna, to be a selfless server of the yajna, then keep Brahma Baba in front of you. Brahma Baba is sitting here now in front of us.
सामने बैठा है, बच्चों का बाप बैठा है, अच्छा, एक दिन महान आत्मा, धर्म आत्मा, पुण्य आत्मा, पर देव आत्मा बनने का भाग्य है.
Each day we have the fortune to become a charitable soul, a prophet soul, or a divine soul. A great soul, a prophet soul, who are firm in their inculcations. No matter what happens, we don't become peaceless. No matter what happens. And thirdly is charitable soul. And then we become a divine soul. Divine soul or a deity soul is the one who constantly gives.
तो ये अंदर से अपने आप को उसमें स्थिति में स्थित करना, प्रैक्टिकल रूप धारण करना.
To stabilize in this stage, we have to stabilize in this stage because it is our form.
Original अपना रूप है.
This is our original form. We need to stabilize in our original form.
बहुत अच्छा. बाबा के दिल पर चढ़ के नूर पर बैठना.
We need to sit in the heart.
दिल पर चढ़ना, नूर में समाना.
We have to sit in the heart of Baba and we have to merge in Baba's eyes.
मीठे बच्चे.
Baba says, sweet children.
किस्मत का ये थोड़ा शार्ट में सबको लिख करके प्यार से भेज देना. मोरिन, हाँ?
Maureen, please write the.
शार्ट में लिख करके चारों तरफ भेजो दो. यहाँ मधुबन से डायरेक्ट भेजो.
Write the short brief of this class
यहाँ से भेजो.
and send it to London and to other centers from here.
समझते हो? मधुबन से शॉर्ट में. अच्छा.
We have to
सब जगह भेजो.
write something on the occasion of Christmas.
लग जाएगा थोड़ा. मधुबन से पावरफुल ऐसा भेजो आज.
Send something powerful from Madhuban today.
साधन है तो क्यों नहीं साधनों से अच्छी तरह से.
When we have the facilities, why should we not use them? We need to use it.
मीठे बच्चे, बाप हर बात
Baba
में
says,
कल्याण कर
sweet children, the father is a benefactor in every situation.
इसलिए जो डायरेक्शन मिलते हैं.
Therefore,
attention please.
Attention
जो
please.
डायरेक्शन मिलते हैं उसमें आनाकानी न कर.
Therefore, don't make any excuses
श्रीमत पर सदा चलते रहो.
about not following the directions you are given, but constantly continue to follow Srimad. Question.
नवदा भक्ति और नवदा पढ़ाई.
What is the difference between the attainments of intense
दोनों
devotion
से जो प्राप्तियां होती है
and intense study?
उसमें क्या अंतर है?
What is the difference between the attainments of intense devotion
उत्तर.
and intense study?
नवदा भक्ति
Answer.
से सिर्फ साक्षात्कार होता है.
Through intense devotion, you just receive visions.
जैसे श्री कृष्ण के भगत होंगे,
For instance, devotees of Shri Krishna might have visions of Shri Krishna
उनसे रास साध करेंगे,
and perform dances.
लेकिन वो कोई वैकुंठपुरी व श्री कृष्णपुरी में नहीं जाते हैं.
But they don't go to the land of paradise or the land of Krishna.
तुम बच्चे,
You children,
नौदा पढ़ाई पढ़ते हो,
study the intense study,
जिसे तुम्हारी सब
through which
मनोकामनाएं पूरी हो
all your
जाती.
desires are fulfilled.
जैसे साधारण कोई भक्ति से साक्षात्कार नहीं होता है, बहुत बेचारे
They don't get visions just by ordinary devotion. They need to do intense devotion and then they get visions.
फिर तन्ने में रखते कितने दर्शन हो जाए.
They have deep desire and
इस
do
पढ़ाई से तुम
lot of
वैकुंठपुरी में
penance.
चले जाते हो. वो वैकुंठ का साक्षात्कार
Through
करा.
this study, you go to the
वैकुंठपुरी
land
में
of paradise.
गीत आज नहीं तो
Song,
कल.
if not today, tomorrow the clouds will disperse.
बिखरेंगे ये बादल. ओम शांति. ये
Om
किसने
Shanti.
कहा कर चल?
Who said, let us go home?
किसका बच्चा रूठ कर चला जाता है?
When someone's child sulks and
एक
leaves
तीसरा
home,
चौथा दिन है. घर को याद कर.
this is the third or the fourth day that Baba is remembering the home.
उनके पिछाड़ी जाते
Baba says,
हैं,
when
कहते
someone's
हैं,
child sulks and leaves home, his friends and relatives go after him and ask him why he's sulking.
ये भी बेहद का बाप
And say,
आकर
let's
सब
go
बच्चों
home.
को कहते हैं.
Here too, the unlimited Father comes and
बाप
explains to
भी
all
है
of your
तो दादा
children.
भी है.
There is a Father and Dada.
जिस्मानी है तो रूहानी भी है.
There is a physical and also the spiritual one.
कहते हैं बच्चे,
He says, "Oh
अब घर
children,
चलो.
let's now go home.
रात पूरी हुई है, अब
The
दिन
night
होता
has
है."
now come to an end and the day is coming."
तो ये हो गई ज्ञान की बातें.
These are matters of knowledge.
ब्रह्मा की रात, ब्रह्मा का दिन, ये किसने समझाया?
Who explains about the night of Brahma and the day of Brahma?
बाप बैठे ब्रह्मा और
The
ब्रह्मा
Father sits
कुमार
here
कुमारियों
and
को
explains to Brahma and to you
Adha
Brahma
kalap
Kumars and
raat.
Kumaris. For half the
अर्थात
cycle, it is the night.
पतित रामाराज
That is the impure kingdom of Ravan,
अथवा भ्रष्टाचारी राज.
a corrupt kingdom,
क्यों आश्रीमत पर चलते हैं?
because people follow devilish dictates.
अब तुम हो श्रीमत पर.
You are now following Srimad.
श्रीमत भी है इनकॉग्निटो.
Srimad is also incognito.
जैसे बाप है, जैसे श्रीमत भी इतनी गुप्त है.
Just like Baba, Srimad is
जानते
also
हैं,
incognito. You know
बाप
that
खुद आते
the
हैं.
Father himself comes.
उनका रूप अलग है,
His form is different
रावण का रूप अलग है.
from Ravan's.
उनको 5 विकार रूपी रावण कहा जाता
That
है.
one is called Ravan, the five vices.
अभी रावण राज खलास होगा.
The kingdom of Ravan is now ending,
रावण राज
and we know
खलास
that.
होगा और ईश्वरी राज्य होगा.
And then there will be God's kingdom.
राम राज कहते हैं ना.
They speak of the kingdom of
सीता के
Rama.
राम को नहीं जपते
They
हैं.
do not chant the name of Rama, who belongs to
माला में
Sita.
जब राम राम जपते हैं
When they
ना,
chant the name of
तो
Rama
परमात्मा
Rama
को याद करते हैं.
whilst turning beads of a rosary, they are remembering
मैंने हर
God,
भक्ति में भी देखा
the
माला
Supreme
है.
Soul. In each
एक
religion,
आर्चबिशप मिला था
they
माला में.
count the beads of
मिलने
rosary.
के बाद समझा क्या सोगा, तू तो जेब से माला निकाल के मेरे हाथ में दी.
In Holland, I met a brother and
यहूदी मिला.
he wanted to give something and he was counting the beads of the rosary. And I met a Jewish,
करते करते माला.
he was also counting beads of
है.
rosary. And I met a
किस
Muslim
भाव से
and he
करते
was
पर हर
also
एक को
counting the
माला
beads
है.
of the rosary. It's so amazing.
दिखाई पड़ता है उसका धर्म, ये धर्म को मानता माना माला हाथ में है.
If anyone is believing in his religion, that means he has the rosary
अभी
in
मैंने
his
कहा,
hands.
आप बात करते करते माला क्यों निकाली हाथ से?
I was just wondering
तो
why
ये
he
डाल दी.
removed the rosary of beads from his pocket. He counts and then again he puts into the pocket.
माला माना ही उसकी याद है.
The rosary of beads means that they are remembering God. Baba says they continue to chant the name of the one who is the bestower of salvation for all. Today Baba has spoken about each and every religion. If we speak about these points to them, they would definitely understand why they are remembering God. Baba says Rama means God. When they are turning the beads of the rosary, they do not remember any human being. No one else would enter the intellect. So the father explains that the night has now come to an end. This is a field of action, the stage, where we souls adopt a body and play a part. We have to play a part for 84 births. The clans are also shown in that image, because there has to be a count of 84 births. Which births, castes and clans you come in. This is why the variety form image is shown. First of all are Brahmins. There couldn't be 84 births in just the golden age Sun dynasty. There aren't 84 births in the Brahmin clan. The 84 births take place with different names and forms, different lands and times. From the golden age Satopradhan stage, all definitely have to come down to the iron aged Tamopradhan stage. That time period is also shown. How human beings take 84 births is something to be understood. Human beings cannot understand this. And therefore, the father says, you don't know your own births? I tell you about them. The father understands that. The father explains that, according to drama, you definitely have to forget everything. It is now the confluence age. The world says that the iron age is still a small child. That is called ignorance, extreme darkness. Just as actors in a drama know that the drama will be ending in 10 minutes, so too, this is the living drama. People don't know when it will end. The actors do not know that the drama is coming to an end. Ravi, don't think of anything else. Just think of giving message to others, because the drama is coming to an end. People do not know because they are in extreme darkness. The father says, I cannot be found through the gurus, etc., the Vedas and the scriptures, or through doing penance and tapasya. Those are the paraphernalia of the path of devotion. I come at my own time, when the night has to be made into day. That is, when the innumerable religions have to be destroyed and the one religion established. Only when the world cycle ends can I establish heaven. Then what will happen? Then the sovereignty begins straight away. You know that you will then take birth to a king, and then gradually the new world will be created. Everything has to be made new. The old, nothing old would remain. It is not that the old will be renovated. Everything would be new. When we had taken the land for Global House, we thought of renovating the old building. Gulzar Dadi had come. We didn't have time to renovate.
तो बाबा ने कहा बाप रेनोवेशन करना नहीं आता है, बाबा नया बनाने आता है.
Gulzar Dadi told, Baba does not come to renovate the old one. Baba comes to create the new. It's been 12 or 14 years. Baba says, you have to construct 3 stories. It's such a wonder of Baba. You will have to create everything new in Golden Age. Baba will have to create new world for us. Baba has explained, attention here, Baba has explained that the soul has the sanskars of studying and performing actions. The soul has renounced the old sanskars, and we will go to the Golden Age. We are filling the sanskars of the Golden Age. The old sanskars are being washed off and the new sanskars are being filled. Just like Brahma Baba, only then we are able to come into the kingdom of Brahma Baba. Baba says, you children should now become soul conscious. All human beings are body conscious. Only when they become soul conscious can they remember God. First of all, there is the question of becoming soul conscious. All say that they are living beings. They also say that the soul is imperishable and that the body is perishable. That a soul sheds a body and takes another. They say this, but they don't live by this. You now know that souls come from the incorporeal world. You know that the soul comes from the incorporeal world. You have an imperishable part in them. The Father sits here and explains this. Souls take rebirth. The drama repeats identically. Then Christ, etc., all have to come. They come at their own time to establish their own religion. The Father has to destroy the innumerable religions and establish the one religion. The prophet souls would establish the religions, but Father has to destroy the innumerable religions and establish the one religion. The great war of Mahabharata is definitely needed for this. This is the last war, and then in the Golden Age there won't be any wars. All enemies will be dead. This is now the religion of the Brahmins of the Confluence Age. Those Brahmins are worshippers, whereas you are worthy of worship. You would never worship. They would worship. The Father explains, this is such a great study. You have to imbibe so much. Imbibing everything in depth is number-wise. In a nutshell, you understand that Baba is a creator and that this is his creation. Acha? At least you understand that he is a father.
बाप को सब भगत याद करते हैं.
All devotees remember the Father.
ये भी नहीं समझते.
There are devotees
अपन को भगवान समझ बैठ जाते हैं.
and also children. Devotees call out,
बाबा कहते ड्रामा अनुसार.
Baba,
जब ऐसी हालत
if
होती
devotees
है,
are gods, then whom are they calling out?
जैसे लास्ट खाते में चला जाता है.
They consider themselves to be God. The Father says, according to the drama, when the condition of Bharat becomes such, when Bharat is in its last stage, it is then the Father comes. When it was New Bharat, there were no other religions. That is called heaven. It is now old Bharat and is called hell. They were worthy of worship beings there, whereas here they are worshippers. The difference between those who are worthy of worship and worshippers has been shown to you. I, the soul, was a worthy of worship, and I, the soul, am a worshipper. I, the soul, am a Jnani soul. I, the soul, am a worshipper soul. God would not be called a worshipper worthy, one who becomes a worshipper. This would be said for Lakshmi and Narayan. So it should enter your intellect how they become worthy of worship and how then they then become worshippers. The Father says, I also gave the same knowledge in the previous cycle. We were sitting in Gyan Sarovar like this a kalpa ago, a cycle ago. It is such a wonder. Look at Shantivan. It's as though it is very old. We feel as though it is old. Baba says you need to understand this.
वहाँ पूज्य थे, अब पुजारी है.
Baba says,
now
they are worshippers. I have explained about the difference between the worship of worthy and worshippers. Baba says, I also gave the same knowledge in the previous cycle. I give it every cycle. I come at the confluence age of the cycle. My name is... What is Baba's name? My name is the Purifier. He can be benefactor, he is benefactor and also the purifier. I come when the whole world is impure. Look, this is the tree. And Brahma is standing at the top. First, he is shown at the beginning. Now, all are at the end. Just as Brahma has been revealed at the end, in the same way, they will also come at the end. For example, Christ too will come at the end. However, you cannot show his picture at the end, that is, at the end of the branch. You can explain about it. Just as there is this Prajapita Brahma who establishes the deity religion standing at the top of the tree, in the same way, Christ is also the Prajapita of the Christian religion. Just as this one is Prajapita Brahma, so there is Prajapita Christ, Prajapita Buddha. All of them are those who establish religions. Even Shankaracharya of the sannyasis would be called a father. They call them gurus. They would say that their guru was Shankaracharya. They would say God, Guru,
ये
father,
डाल के आद में खड़े
father of the
हैं,
religion.
ये सब जन्म लेते लेते अंत में आते हैं.
So the one who is standing at the
अभी
beginning of the
सब
branch
तमो
will
प्रधान
come at
स्टेज
the
में हैं.
end, having taken rebirth.
ये भी आकर
Now,
समझेंगे.
all are in the
छारी में
Tamopradhan
सलाम
stage.
करने आएंगे.
They will also come and understand. They would definitely come to salute the Father at the end.
है यहाँ.
The Prophet souls
चले
would
नहीं गए
definitely
हैं.
come. They have not
सलाम
gone
करने
back home.
आएंगे.
They are on this earth.
उन
They
लोगों
would
को भी
definitely
कहेंगे,
come to
बेहद
salute
के
the
बाप को
Father.
याद करो.
They would also be told to
बेहद
remember
का
the
बाप
unlimited
सबके
Father.
लिए कहते हैं.
The unlimited Father
बेहद
says
का
to
बाप
everyone,
सबके लिए
renounce,
कहते हैं. दे के सब संबंधों को
renounce your
छोड़.
body and all bodily
ये ज्ञान
relations.
हर एक धर्म वाले के लिए है.
This knowledge is for those of
सब
all
दे के
religions.
धर्म छोड़ अपने को अशरीरी
All
समझ
have to renounce their
बाप को
body,
याद करो.
consider themselves to be bodiless, and remember the
जितना
Father.
याद करेंगे,
The more you
ज्ञान
stay in
की धारणा
remembrance
करेंगे,
and imbibe
उतना
knowledge,
उच्च पद पाएंगे.
the higher the status you will claim.
जितना ज्ञान की धारणा करेंगे, जितना याद करेंगे,
The
ज्ञान
more
की
you stay in
धारणा
remembrance
करेंगे,
and
उतना
imbibe
उच्च पद
knowledge,
पाएंगे.
the higher the status you will
जितना
claim.
ज्ञान लिया होगा,
However,
उतना जरूर आकर लेंगे.
much knowledge they took in the previous cycle,
बच्चों को
they will
कितना
definitely
फखुर रहना
come
चाहिए.
and claim that again. You children should have great
हम
pride.
विश्व के रचयिता बाप के बच्चे हैं.
We are the children of the Father, the Creator of the
बाप
world.
हमको विश्व का मालिक बनाते
The
हैं.
Father is making us into the masters of the
उसके
world
लिए राजयोग सिखला रहे
and
हैं.
is teaching us Raja Yoga.
कितनी सहज बात है.
This is such an easy thing.
और चलते चलते
However, whilst moving
थोड़ी
along,
सी बात में संशय आ जाता है.
there are doubts about little things.
संशय आया माना इसको
To
माया का
have doubts
तूफान
means
व परीक्षा कहा जाता है.
these are called storms of Maya or test papers.
संशय में क्या है? ये क्यों
What do we say in
क्यों हो
doubt?
रहा है? ये क्या कर रहा है?
Why is
क्यों
this
हो रहा है?
happening?
क्या हो
Why is it doing like that?
रहा है? बस
What's
वो
happening?
क्यों और क्या
Why and what?
तूफान मचा लिया.
This creates storms.
तब तो बाप कहते हैं
The Father
कि
says
गृहस्थ व्यवहार में रहना है.
that you have to live at home with your
संशय के
family
पीछे आ
anyway.
जाते हैं. रहना है. सबको घर बार छुड़ाए दूं तो सब यहाँ बैठे.
If I were to tell everyone to leave their families, they would all come and sit here. You also have to pass through all the interactions. Then, when it is time, you will become engaged in service. Those who have left their businesses, etc., are then made to become engaged in service. Some then become upset.
श्रीमत में कल्याण है.
Others understand that there is benefit in following Srimad.
श्रीमत पर जरूर चलना ही है.
You definitely have to follow Srimad. When you are given directions,
आनाकानी नहीं करनी चाहिए.
you mustn't make excuses about them.
बाप हर बात में कल्याण.
The Father is a benefactor in everything.
बाबा हर बात में कल्याण.
From inside, we need to understand that the Father is a benefactor in everything. Maya is very mischievous.
समझते हैं.
There are many who think that
तो कोई धंधा आदि करे.
rather than living like this, it would be better to have a business
ऐसे धंधागत करे. जाकर इनसे शादी करे.
or get married.
बुद्धि चक्कर खाती रहती है.
Their intellect continues to spin.
फिर पढ़ाई को छोड़ देते हैं.
Then they stop
फिर
studying.
सब बताता है. कोई तो बाप से गारंटी करते हैं.
Some give a guarantee to the Father that,
श्रीमत पर जरूर चलेंगे.
Baba, we will definitely follow Srimad.
वह है आसुरी मत, यह है ईश्वरी मत.
Those are devilish dictates and these are
आसुरी
God's
मत पर
directions.
चलने से बहुत कड़ी सजाएं खाते हैं.
When devilish dictates are followed, very severe punishment is
उन्होंने फिर
experienced.
पुराण में डराने की रोचक बातें लिख दी.
In order to frighten them so that they don't commit more sin, they have written fearsome stories in the Garuda Puran
पाप न करे.
so that they
परंतु
don't
भी सुधरते
perform,
थोड़ी है.
they don't commit sin. However, they still don't reform.
आप सब कुछ
The Father
समझाते हैं.
explains all of this.
ज्ञान का सागर कोई मनुष्य नहीं हो सकता.
No human being can be the ocean of knowledge.
ज्ञान का सागर knowledgeful बाप समझा रहा है.
The knowledgeful Father, the ocean of knowledge, is explaining
जो
to you.
समझते हैं वे फिर समझाते हैं.
Those who understand then explain to others, who then say, this is something good.
हम फिर आएंगे.
We will come again.
बस प्रदर्शनी से बाहर निकले और खलास.
However, that's it. As soon as they leave the exhibition,
हाँ,
everything
कोई
is
दो
over.
तीन भी निकले तो
Yes,
अच्छा है.
even 2 or 3 emerge. That is also good.
प्रजा तो बहुत बनती रहती है.
Many subjects continue to be created.
वर्षा पाने लायक कोई विरला निकलता है.
Hardly anyone worthy to claim an inheritance emerges.
राजा रानी के 1-2 बच्चे होंगे.
A king and queen would have 1 or 2 children.
राजा रानी के वर्षा लेने वाले कोई विरला. राजा रानी के बच्चे तो 1-2 ही
A
होंगे.
king and queen would have 1 or 2 children. They would be said to be the royal family. There are so many subjects.
प्रजा तो झट बनती है.
Subjects are very quickly created,
राजाएं थोड़े ही बनते हैं.
but only a few become kings.
एक अक्षर कमाल का बाबा सबको बता देते.
Baba tells everything so clearly.
16,108
Baba says, up to the end of the Silver Age, there are 16,108,
करोड़ों के अंदाजे में होंगी.
whereas there would be millions of
ये
subjects.
समझने के लिए बड़ी विशाल बुद्धि चाहिए.
A very broad and unlimited intellect is needed to understand this.
अभी नहीं बताती हूँ, पर तो एक मोटी बुद्धि, महीन बुद्धि.
There is a gross intellect, there is a subtle intellect, there is a far-sighted intellect,
मोटी बुद्धि,
gross intellect,
महीन बुद्धि,
subtle intellect, far-sighted intellect.
हम परलोक के बाप से वर्षा ले रहे हैं.
Baba says we are claiming our inheritance from the Paralokic Father.
बाबा एक सेकंड कहेगा, ये मोटी बुद्धि.
In a second, Baba would say that he has a gross intellect.
दूरंदेशी बुद्धि बनना चाहिए.
Child, you have to become far-sighted intellect.
महीनता में जाओ.
Go become subtle.
ऊपर ऊपर से नहीं.
Don't just be on the superficial level. And then Vishal Buddhi, a very
हम
unlimited
बुद्धि
intellect.
सारी हमारी कितनी ऊंचे ते ऊंचा बाप बुद्धि को कहाँ परा परा कर करके क्या से क्या बना रहा है.
Baba is making us so elevated by teaching us.
बाप का फरमान है,
Baba says the Father's orders are,
मुझे याद करो
remember me
और वर्षे को याद करो.
and remember your inheritance.
पूछूं, जो हमारी भावना होती है आप लोगों में से कौन कैच करता है?
Who catches my feelings? That is asking.
भावना जो हमारी है, नहीं तो क्यों बैठ करके बीच बीच में 2 शब्द बोलूं?
Why should I
कौन कैच
sit?
करता है? क्या मतलब है?
Why should I sit and say few words in between?
हाथ तो उठाओ, इसमें
Who
हाथ
is
उठाओ, देखो
who
कौन
is
कैच करता है?
catching my feelings?
क्यों हम देखते थे ना, बाबा मुरली चलाता था ना, देखता था कौन कैच कर रहा है.
When Baba used to speak Murli, Baba would see who is catching the feelings.
अभी तो अब फिर सतगुरुवार के दिन नहीं रिपीट करती हूँ, वो शब्द मुझे नहीं बोलना चाहिए.
On Thursday, I should not repeat this word, but
बताऊँ क्या?
should I tell
भैंस
that?
बुद्धि.
A buffalo
हाथ
intellect.
बजाओ ना तो भी हिलेंगे नहीं.
Even if you horn, the buffalo doesn't move.
कितना भी हार में बजाओ तो तभी बाबा कहता था कभी भी भैंस के दूध नहीं पीना चाहिए.
That is why Baba says you should never drink the milk of a buffalo.
गौ का दूध मुश्किल से मिलता है.
We hardly get cow's milk.
गौशाला बनाई थी, यहाँ भी गौशाला
In
बनाई थी.
Karachi, Baba had
मेरे बच्चों
many
को
cows.
भैंस का दूध नहीं देना है.
I should not give buffalo's milk to my children.
किसी शिक्षाएं मिलेंगी जैसे दिमाग में बैठेंगी नहीं बात.
Even if they are told to do those things,
सतगुरु
they
बात
don't
में कर
understand.
रहे, पर बाबा को
On
बुद्धि
Thursday, I should not tell this, but
फटाफट
whatever Baba says, we have to do it immediately.
बाबा ने इशारा दिया.
Baba
जी बाबा.
has just given the signals and we have to do it. Ji Baba.
एक बात पूछना, ये कैच करता है?
He catches it.
मैंने कल ही मुझे किसी ने कहा तो आप पे ही आकर के ऑफर करना चाहिए, मैं ये कर सकता हूँ। बाबा को कहता है,
Yesterday someone told me, you have to offer yourself. I can do this. Can I do this for you?
कोई शिवा ऐसे
But some says, I'm not offered.
मिले तो है,
I was not offered to do it, so I won't be doing it.
बोला फिर मतलब बात का कोई भी ऐसे शब्द न हो
That means
जिसमें अच्छी श्रेष्ठ भावना भरी हुई न हो.
let there be no words with no good feelings.
तो बाप का फरमान
Let
है,
each
फरमान
word
की बात आती
be
है.
full of feelings.
मुझे याद करो और वर्षे को याद
Now
करो.
Baba says,
मन
Father's
मना
orders
भव
are,
मध्याजी भव.
remember me and remember your
स्वर्ग है
inheritance.
विष्णुपुरी.
Man Mana Bhav and
ये
Madhyaji
है
Bhav.
रावणपुरी.
Heaven is the land of
शांति
Vishnu,
धाम, सुख
whereas
धाम
this
और
is the
दुख
land
धाम.
of Ravan.
ये
The
बाप
Father
समझाते
explains, there is a land of peace, the land of happiness,
बाप को
and the
याद
land of
करने से
sorrow.
अंत मते सो गति
By
हो
remembering
जाए.
the Father, your final thoughts will lead you to your
भक्ति
destination.
मार्ग में समझो कृष्ण को
On the
याद
path of
करते हो.
devotion, they remember Krishna.
भक्ति मार्ग में समझो कृष्ण को याद करते हो. और ऐसे नहीं कृष्णपुरी
But
में
that
पहुंच
doesn't mean
जाएंगे.
that they will reach the land of Krishna. No.
कृष्णपुरी में जाकर
Perhaps
ध्यान में
they will go
रास
and
करके
perform a
लौट
dance
के आ
in the
जाएंगे.
land of Krishna in their trance
वह
and
नौता
then come
भक्ति का
back.
प्रभाव
That is influence of intense
जिससे उनको
devotion
साक्षात्कार हो
through
जाता
which
है.
they are able to receive
मनोकामना पूरी
visions
हो जाती है.
and their desires are
बाकी
fulfilled.
सत्युग तो सत्युग
However,
है.
Satyug is Satyug. Golden age
वहाँ
is golden
जाने लिए
age.
फिर नवधा पढ़ा ही चाहिए.
You
नवधा
need to
भक्ति
study
नहीं.
intensely to go
पढ़ते
there.
रहो, मुरली जरूर पढ़नी चाहिए.
You don't need to perform intense devotion.
सेंटर में जरूर
Continue to
जाना
study.
चाहिए.
You definitely need to study the Murli.
नहीं तो
You
मुरली
definitely
लेकर
have to
घर
go
में भी
to a
जरूर
center.
पढ़ो.
Otherwise,
कोई को कहा
take a
जाता है
Murli
सेंटर में
and
जाओ.
definitely study in at home.
हर एक के लिए अलग अलग है. सबके लिए
Some
एक
people
बात
are
नहीं हो
told to
सकती.
go to the center.
ऐसे नहीं
It
बाबा
is
कहते
different
हैं,
from
दृष्टि देकर
for
खाओ,
each one.
जो आए सो खाओ.
It cannot be the same situation for everyone. It isn't that Baba says, eat your food after giving it drishti and that's all. No.
बस बाबा कहते लाचारी हालत
Baba says,
में
understand
और कुछ नहीं कर
desperate
सकते हो तो दृष्टि देकर
circumstances when you are unable to do anything else.
बाकी
Give your
सबके
food
लिए थोड़ी बाबा
drishti
कहेंगे.
and then eat it.
जैसे बाबा कोई को कहते हैं बैस को
Baba would not say this to everyone. For instance,
ये
Baba
सबके लिए
says to
नहीं
some,
है.
you may go to see films. However, it doesn't apply
कोई
to
के साथ
everyone.
जाना पड़ता है तो उन्हें भी नाले देनी है.
You may have to accompany
एक
someone,
ही बात
and
है,
so you
देखिए कि
also
वो
have
भाई
to
ने कहा था,
give that one
अभी है
knowledge.
मिठू, तो समझाता
There
वैसे
was
नहीं मिलता है तो मेरे
Didi's
साथ
brother.
सिनेमा में चलो.
He
तो
said,
ने
Didi,
मना किया.
come to the film with me.
वैसे
Didi
टाइम
said
नहीं देता,
no.
वहाँ बैठ करके तुम बातें कर लेंगे.
Baba said, go with him so that
सबके लिए
you
थोड़ी है,
sit in
तो
the film
चाहिए
theater
करना.
and you can give knowledge to him because he doesn't give time
कोई के
otherwise.
साथ जाना पड़ता है, उनको नाले देनी पड़ती है. ये हद का नाटक है, वो बेहद का नाटक है.
This is a
तो
limited
सर्विस
play
करनी
and this
पड़ेगी.
is unlimited play.
ऐसे
Therefore,
नहीं
you
देखने
have
के
to
लिए
do
जाना है.
service. It isn't that you have to go there just to
शमशान में
watch
भी
a film.
जाकर सर्विस करनी चाहिए.
You also have to go to the
अच्छा.
cremation grounds and do service there.
मीठे
अच्छा मीठे मीठे
बोलो,
सिकिला दे बच्चों प्रति मात पिता बाप दादा का याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग. रूहानी बाप की रूहानी बच्चों को नमस्ते. रूहानी बच्चों की रूहानी बाप दादा को नमस्ते.
धारणा के लिए मुख्य सार.
Essence for dharana.
बाप के मत पर हर बात में कल्याण है.
Consider there to be benefit in everything that the Father tells you.
ये समझ निश्चय बुद्धियों का
And
चलना.
continue to move along with firm faith in the intellect.
बहुत मजा है, इसमें कल्याण है.
There's benefit in everything.
बड़ा ठंडा मिजाज.
Then you will enjoy.
कभी भी संशय में नहीं आना.
Never allow doubts to come.
श्रीमत को यथार्थ रीति समझना.
Understand Srimad accurately.
दूसरा आत्ममानी
Second,
रहने का अभ्यास करना.
Practice being soul conscious.
ड्रामा में हर एक्टर का अनादि पार्ट.
Each actor has an eternal part in the drama.
इसलिए साखी और
Therefore,
देखने का अभ्यास
practice
करना.
seeing it as detached observer.
आत्ममानी रहने का अभ्यास करना है.
Practicing it as a detached observer.
का अनादि पाठ है.
Each actor has an eternal part in the drama.
इसलिए साखियों देखने का अभ्यास करना है.
Therefore, practicing it as a detached observer.
वरदान.
Blessing.
ब्रह्मा बाप को फॉलो कर.
May you be
फर्स्ट ग्रेड में
equal
आने वाले.
to Father Brahma by following him
क्या करेंगे?
and
फर्स्ट
come
ग्रेड में आने वाले
in the
समान
first
भव.
grade. May you be equal to
सब बच्चों
Father
का
Brahma by following
ब्रह्मा
him
बाप से
and
बहुत प्यार
come
है.
in the first grade. All the children have a lot of
प्यार
love
की
for
निशानी
Father
है
Brahma,
समान बनना.
and the sign of love is to become equal.
कहा
I
और
first,
किया तो फर्स्ट के साथ
then
में
together
अभी first
with
हो
the first one, you too will become part of the first grade.
किया. जैसे ब्रह्मा बाप
Just
नंबर
as
1 बने,
Father Brahma
ऐसे
became
follow
number
करने
one,
वाले भी
in the same way, those of you
नंबर 1
who
का
follow
लक्ष्य
him
रखो.
keep the aim of becoming number one.
जो ओटे सो अवल अर्जुन.
Someone who takes the
करे,
initiative
पहला अर्जुन,
is
पहले अर्जुन वो
a
बने.
number one Arjuna.
सबको फर्स्ट में आने का चांस.
Everyone has a chance to come in the first number.
फर्स्ट ग्रेड बेहद में है.
The first grade is
फर्स्ट ग्रेड में
unlimited.
जाना है ना, बेहद है.
The first grade is unlimited.
शुरू में मम्मा स्पष्ट करती थी बेहद माना.
Mama used to clarify the word unlimited.
बेहद में न रहे, बेहद रहे.
Unlimited means not to be entangled in limited things.
सफलता मूर्त बनना है.
Slogan: in order to become an image of success,
सफलता मूर्त बनना है.
in order to become an image of success,
सेवा और औरों की सेवा
serve yourself
साथ साथ करो.
and others simultaneously.
स्व की सेवा और औरों की सेवा.
In order to become an image of success,
ओम.
serve yourself and others simultaneously.
थैंक यू बाबा.
Thank you, Baba.